Today's a really cool day because I don't think I can multitask. Okay, let's try. Because it's not a public holiday, but I have the day off. So I was like, do you know what? And the stars aligned because the weather is relatively good in the sense that the skies are blue, which is great because I have been meaning to do the Peak Tram, which is one of the main tourist attractions in Hong Kong. And before coming here, it was like the number one thing on my bucket list. And to think that I've almost been here coming up on 3 months and I still haven't done it, that's crazy. So yeah, that's what I want to do today. And I hope it goes well because I looked outside, even though the forecast says that it's blue skies and just sunny, it's a bit cloudy. And the Peak Tram, like, you do it for observation purposes. Like, the tram takes you all the way up. I'm probably going to show it in this vlog, hopefully. The tram takes you all the way up to Victoria Peak. And you just have this beautiful, to my understanding, a panoramic view of Hong Kong, which is just so ideal. So I'm really excited and I'm hoping to beat the crowds. Yeah, it is, what's the time? It is 5 minutes past 11. I should have left the house. I intended to leave at 11 o'clock, but it is what it is. So yeah, I've got this cardigan on, not because it's cold, but because I have this horrible tendency to get makeup on my clothes. As you may or may not know, I only wear neutral clothes. So all of my clothes are quite light. They're like beige or white. Not a good look. So actually the t-shirt I've got underneath here, a white t-shirt, it actually has this permanent foundation stain. It's just a little splatter, so it's barely noticeable. Like, my search history is like, how do I get a foundation stain out of beige clothing? And nobody ever wants to be in that kind of situation. See what I mean? Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm just realizing now that I'm doing my makeup publicly, and with that will come people that'll be like, that's not the way you apply concealer. For the sake of this video, let's say I'm actually not interested in receiving feedback. If I do another makeup tutorial, that's when I'll open up the comments to makeup opinions, but as for right now, I think I'm still a bit too sensitive for that, so let's not do that. I got a nice compliment the other day. Somebody said, it's actually my mom's best friend, she said, you know, I really like how you do your makeup because it's so natural, and I was so flattered, but obviously what she doesn't know is that this is the only thing I know how to do. Anyway, yeah, I went to Sephora last week and I want everything, basically. I don't know, maybe I just tell myself this to make myself feel better, but I'm one of those people, I make makeup stretch, you guys. Like, I do not abide by makeup expiry dates. To me, until the product is finished, I'm going to continue using it because it's so expensive. This foundation that I've had, because I don't wear makeup all the time, like on the daily, I try not to. I say I try not to, I'm just too lazy, honestly. And if I do, I actually don't wear regular foundation. I wear this one. Ooh, I'm in my makeup tutorial era. So, I'm obviously still relatively new to Hong Kong. I feel as though I'm kind of slipping into local territory now because I kind of have friends around my neighborhood who I wave at from their shops, and you know, the ladies at the supermarket know me, and it's vibes, you know what I mean? This is my Jaclyn Hill palette, which I got when I was in London. Barely got any use out of because usually, what can I use? I kind of want something light and daytime like. I think I'm gonna go for Roxanne. Truly, in case it isn't obvious, I really don't know what I'm doing. Most of the time I just wing it. Unintended. No, but I don't do any wings because obviously I have hooded eyes. Wings don't really look good on people like me because our eyelids take up most of this, like, I don't know, it's so hard to explain what hooded eyes are to people. It's like this part of your eyelid like folds over. Shout out to my maternal grand for that. Like, she has very hooded eyes and she's just kind of passing down. She's gonna be watching this. I love you, Emma. Like, it is what it is. You've also passed down your kindness and your compassion and your gentleness, so thank you for that. I feel like if you make any mistakes with your eyeshadow, like, your mascara just covers it up anyway, so love that for me. I must say I have such a newfound respect for all the makeup girlies after this. It is very hard to talk to a camera, have a coherent conversation while doing, like, now this is probably very distracting, this tapping sound. It's so hard to do both at once, and then on top of that I'm realizing half the time you can't even look in the camera because you need to look in the mirror. Hats off to, you know, Monet and Jackie and Jaclyn and all these other makeup girls who have been doing this for years. It's a lot harder than it seems. Anyway, this is a really nice time for me to also just tell you what I've got planned for today. I want to do, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned, the Peak Tram. And then I also want to do the AIA observation wheel. It's like the London Eye. Figured since the weather's good and the skies are clear, like I'll be able to see quite a bit. I obviously need to start by topping up my octopus card because I've got like $6 on there. It worked really well with my commuting this week. Like I had just enough to get me through the week. For blush, I'm going with this one that I've had forever by Sleek. That tells you how long I've had this blush, but it looks really nice on my skin, so I think. Everything looks so distorted on camera. There's no point in me showing you these shades because they look so different in person. I've been tempted to get the Rare Beauty one, but I have a policy. I need to finish what I have first before I start buying new ones. That goes for books as well. And then I also want to go back to this place for lunch called Seoul Brothers. Seoul is in Seoul, Korea. I love that name. It's a Korean place obviously, but it's like Korean fusion, so they've also kind of got like a Mexican menu. I went there with a friend a few Fridays ago, and we had I had a burrito bowl, she had a burger. I liked mine. I would ask for no cheese next time. I'm not really a cheese person. As we were there, I was noticing that their menu is even more extensive than I thought. So they also have like Vietnamese banh mi's, which I had a really great one when I was in Thailand. And it's quite nice because they always have a tofu option with everything on their menu. The thing I'm quite drawn to at the moment on their menu is the rice bowl. I haven't had rice for like days on end now. And growing up, my mom always used to be like, there just comes a time in your life where you just need rice. And I never understood, you guys. Now that I'm older, I'm like, no, totally, I understand. So they have a tofu option for the rice bowl, so I'm hoping to get that. And I'm also hoping to beat the crowds. It's a very small place. I don't know if I want to eat in there. My theme for today is I'm just trying to beat the crowds. Like, living in Hong Kong is all fun and games until you realize, population 7 million in a very small city. Crowds are guaranteed here and it's not always fun. In December, I want to try get eyelash extensions or an eyelash lift for the first time. I say in December because it's also the holidays and that would be a nice time to try it. But I'm also really sensitive on my eyes, so I don't want to be that client that is so squeamish and stuff. For my lip today, I think I'm just gonna go with the classic. I went to Chanel Beauty. I mean, not deliberately, it just happened to be in the mall that I was in. It just so happened that I was wearing this one, Chanel Impertinence. I just love this product and I got it years ago. I've always had this icky feeling that it's been discontinued. So I went to the lady and I was like, hi, do you have this? And I pulled it out of my bag. And she was like, no. And she was looking at it like it was a vintage product, you guys. That's when I knew, oh no, I think my sixth sense is correct. I think it's spot on with this. And she was like, maybe go on the website, but I really feel like this product has been discontinued. We don't do this product anymore. I was like, yeah, sometimes your worst fears do come to light. So now I feel like I have to use this more sparingly than I have been. Anyway, you guys, let's get going. 'Cause baby, like, ooh.